Hi everyone, this is Bethany from Kidding Around, and I'm here today with Steve Cunningham, who is the principal of Prince of Peace Catholic School, and we're going to learn all about this wonderful school, and Steve's going to take me on a tour. I'm a parent, so I want to see what it's like going on as a parent on a tour through Prince of Peace Catholic School. And then for all of you who are watching today, we do have a giveaway. I have this gift certificate for Cara Spa and Boutique Spa Day for $25. So one lucky person is going to win this gift certificate. If you would like to enter, all you need to do is comment on our comment thread. Every single comment is an entry. So I'll just start you out by asking you how your children are doing in school this year and what your concerns are. So if you can tell us what your concerns are with your kids in school this year, you can enter for this giveaway. So thank you so much, Steve. So we're here on our tour today. Yes. Can you start us out by telling us a little bit about Prince of Peace Catholic School?
Well, Prince of Peace Catholic School is a very special place. It's great to have all of you here today, so you get to go on the tour as well. I'm relatively new to the school. I'm starting my second year here, so I'll talk a little bit about that. But it was founded in 2003,
Wow.
Prince of Peace Parish. It's the principal apostolate of the parish. Very, very successful school that grew over the years. And what drew me here about a year ago, because as parents are discerning where they want to send their children, a year and a half ago, was discerning where I wanted to land in my professional career. And I wanted to be in a school that had great academics and really strong in Catholic faith. And so when I started looking for different schools, this school came up. And the more I did my research, the more I found it to be a very, very strong school in academics and a very, very strong school with regard to Catholic faith. And the third thing, which was a surprise, is I found the teachers here to be amazing and the community to be so welcoming. So if you were to come here for a tour, this is who you would see first. It's Liz Bergdorf. She's our receptionist, who's relatively new to the school as well. But she would welcome you into the school and lead you on your tour. But today you got me. And, you know, one of the things that we like to be able to talk about as our school is some of the things that we've accomplished. So when I did my research and I found so many different accolades about the school, it was very, very appealing to me. So if you look at our banner here, we're a National Blue Ribbon School of Excellence. It was in 2014. We've been recognized as a School of Distinction by Beta Club and a School of Merit by Beta Club as well. And probably our most recent was we've been recognized on the Catholic Education Honor Roll, and that's the Cardinal Newman Society, and that recognizes strong Catholic schools in academics and Catholic faith. We're the only elementary school in the state of South Carolina that's recognized, so we're very, very proud of that. So that gives you a little bit about what's going on here.
So tell me, what grades do you serve at your school?
We have K4 through 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to take us on a tour?
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's take a walk. And
so I have a question as a parent.
Sure.
What if my family's not Catholic? Can we still come to Prince of Peace Catholic School?
Yeah, the question is if you're not Catholic. Absolutely. You know, the word Catholic means open to the whole world. And while we're very serious about our Catholic faith, we want to be very, very welcoming, and we want to have people who are looking for a strong, you know, academic education as well. And I've found with families that aren't Catholic, they come in and they ask great questions about the faith that help us, and I think it helps in their faith life as well, because we want people coming who, you know, believe in the values and the mission of the school, and that transcends, you know, really all faiths. So we welcome all faiths here at Prince of Peace.
Thank you.
You bet.
And just a reminder to my viewers who are coming on now, we do have a giveaway for a spa gift certificate. So comment on the thread, tell us what grade are your children, and we will enter you in for the spa gift certificate.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think we'll pop into the office if that's okay. This is Tammy Lopez, our office manager.
Hi, Terry. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Also a parent here at Prince of Peace as well.
Yep.
But she keeps us all busy, keeps me in line as well. We have a new position as well with Mrs. Barbara Tripp, who's our nurse, our school nurse, who began this year.
Everybody.
And has been wonderfully helpful in us navigating how we bring all of our students back in August and keep them all safe and healthy.
So I would love, while we have Barbara here,
Sure.
Can you tell us what your COVID precautions are for this year?
Every day, the children, when they come from car line, their temperature screened and they are asked 2 questions, the 2 main questions, any shortness of breath, trouble breathing, and if they have a cough. So that's the main thing we do. If a student should show signs of COVID, we do have an isolation room for them to go into until their parents show up. And then they would need to get tested if they are showing signs and return to school after their isolation period is up, the quarantine time.
Thank you.
Well, let's go into some classrooms.
And while we're doing that, I have another question for our giveaway. Can you tell us, how are your children doing this year in school? Is it successful, or are you having some challenges? And if you have some challenges, we'd love to hear them so we can talk about how Prince of Peace would address those challenges.
We're going to pop into 4th grade here, and they look like they're busy at work, and we'll just see what they're doing.
That's perfect. I have a 4th grader.
Excellent. Good morning, 4th grade. How are you today? Good. Good. Why don't you have a seat? Who can tell me what you're working on today? Emma.
Simple solutions.
Really? And what is that?
It's quick math problems that we do every morning.
Okay. All right. Very, very good. I'm familiar with Simple Solutions. You guys do a good job with it. Mrs. Weinberger, how does this fit? How does the math program fit here, Simple Solutions?
So for Simple Solutions, it's a variety of math problems each day. So they could have any problems from angles to fractions to multiplying and dividing. And so it really helps with our quick speed mental math. And so it kind of feeds into our math curriculum with Singapore. So they are getting really, really good at it. They're getting faster at it every single day, which is the best part. So it makes math a little bit easier.
Wonderful, wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Well, you sound like you're very, very busy here today. We don't want to take up too much time for you, okay? You guys 4th graders have a good day today, okay?
Okay.
You bet. We'll see you.
Thank you, Mr. Cunningham.
You're welcome, Mrs. Weinberger.
Bye.
Okay, Emma, you were saying about the...
And then I know you were telling me you have an open house coming up.
Yes, we do. We have an open house next Monday, the 19th of October. And there will be an opportunity to come and do a tour just like this. We'll start with meeting our assistant principal for curriculum. We have some students involved as well. And then some of our very own parents will take you on a tour and walk you around the school. And you get to see it firsthand.
We have Jenny Edwards who's answering some of the questions. She said she has a 5th grader and an 8th grader, and she cannot wait until school goes back to 5 days a week.
Okay.
Yes,
I can
we
imagine.
feel that, Jenny.
I can imagine. Indeed. And it's... Go ahead.
I was going to say, so tell us, are you at 5 days a week here at Prince of Peace Catholic School?
We are. We started August 17th,
Okay.
5 days a week, and developed a reopening plan through the Diocese of Charleston. And they had a safety team that was put together to give advisement on safe ways of opening the school. So we've got partitions and desk shields. We use masks. We developed some protocols for traveling from building to building, and we have that all in place now. So 5 days a week, and things have gone very, very well.
Thank you. And I know you said you still are accepting some enrollment this year. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have some openings. Our enrollment has increased, which is wonderful. But we do have some grades that do have openings. And we're also looking, obviously for next year as well, for families that are interested. This is our 5th grade classroom. This also happens to be Robin Marler, who is our assistant principal for curriculum. So I work very closely with her.
We could use Timothy as a symbol in litter. Can we stand, please?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Cunningham.
Indeed. Have a seat. You guys look like you're busy. What are we working on today, Mrs. Marler?
We're pulling out some symbols from our literature novel, how we can apply symbolism to our literature to get more out of the context.
Oh, wow. Wow, that sounds like exciting stuff. Who can tell us a little bit about symbolism and what you're doing? Right here.
We're symbolizing what a person in our story is being like for instance, bravery.
Okay. Very, very good. Indeed, indeed. How many of you like to read? That's wonderful to see. Makes it a lot more interesting when you like to read and you're working on things like symbolism and what it means in literature. That's great stuff, great stuff. Hey, Mrs. Marley, can you talk with us a little bit about, in addition to being our assistant principal, she runs a program called Battle of the Books. What is that?
Good morning. Battle of the Books is a nationwide competition where teams get together and read sets of 20 books. At the end of the season, we come together and we participate in a competition. We are asked questions: in which book do instances occur? And the children have to come up with the title and the author, and then the team scores points for how many questions they have correct. It encourages students to read. They get to talk to their peers about the books they read, so it builds that enjoyment of reading, and it gives them a sense of competition and accomplishment.
Thanks so much. We did pretty well last year, did we not?
Well, not to toot our own horns, we've done pretty well several years in a row. We usually make it to the state competition, and I believe the last 5 years in a row we have won our region. So I'm pretty proud of our teams here at Prince of Peace.
Yeah, as am I. All right, well, you guys sound like you're real busy doing some important stuff, so we're going to take off. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Okay, so we were talking about how we could have...
So another question for our giveaway. Do your children like to read? And if so, what's one of their favorite books?
We just had an event for 4th and 5th grade where it was called Camp Read A Lot. It was in our library, and our two teachers here set up a campground a campsite in the library, and we shared a bunch of our favorite books. And I was a guest, and I was able to read my favorite book when I was growing up, which is Where the Wild Things Are. So if you love to read, if your kids love to read, you'd love this school.
Oh, that's great. That's how my kids get in trouble in school for reading.
Why don't we read? We'll pop into K5. Good morning. Good morning, K5. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Why don't you guys go have a seat? Mrs. Crouch, what are you working on today?
We are currently doing our dictation. So we're working on our letters and sounds and spelling and sight words.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Now, can I ask you this? At the end of the day, do you still do your prayer, your rosary together?
We do. Every afternoon, don't we, boys and girls? Yeah. We say our rosary every afternoon. And we keep our prayer cloud. So any intentions that we have or things that happen during the day, of people who are sick or need prayers, we add them in there. So yeah, every afternoon.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I haven't had the opportunity to come in, but that was one thing I'd love to do, and come in and pray at the end of the day. Think about what are important things to pray about. So I'll do that real soon, so we'll be in. But it looks like you guys, what are you guys working on now?
What's our letter of the week? Does anybody know? Anybody raise their hand? S. What's our letter of the week, Susanna? S. S. Which is perfect for Susanna, isn't it? That's your letter. Yeah, and then Charlize is pointing up there. Right, so our new super kid. Who's our new super kid, everybody? Sal. Yeah, so he's teaching us about the letter S.
Wonderful. Well, it looks like you guys are real busy doing important work, so we're going to take off here. You guys have a great day today, okay?
You too.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye. Boys and girls, will you go to row 4? Let's start.
So how do you incorporate your faith into the learning here at Prince of Peace?
Well, it's pretty seamless, in that, when, and it's not doesn't just happen in religion class, but there's prayer throughout the school day and discussions around the tenets of the Christian faith that kind of bind us all together. So we'll pray in the morning. We'll pray, before meals. We'll pray. We have mass once a week as a school. Students here have the opportunity to go to reconciliation, once a week. We pray the rosary. We focus on the saints as well. So feast days of saints we talk about a lot. And we have a program that was new last year called Virtues in Practice, and it is a virtue-based program where we focus on one virtue each month and really unpack it. And there's a home component that goes with it as well. And then saints associated with those virtues. So this month, the virtue is studiousness. So we've been talking about what does it mean to be a good student? How does the world benefit if you are a good student?
Okay.
And then we look at different saints that were wonderful examples of that. St. Albert the Great, for example, who was a doctor of the church and was very well-read and well-spoken and wrote so much. And St. Thomas Aquinas is another one. But lots of different ways that we do it.
Thank you.
You bet.
So what's next?
Well, why don't we go and see a little bit of the campus here?
Now, do your kids still have recess with COVID?
Yes, we do. We have recess, so they have an opportunity to go outside and play. And we've staggered our recess time so that there's less kids on the playground at any given time. Our playground equipment is cleaned at the end of the day, as well. So they get a chance to get outside and play. And that was one of the things that I found to be very touching is when we were back and the students first got the opportunity to play, to go out for recess, just how joyful their spirit was to be playing again and being around other kids. It was, it warmed my heart. So.
Do you want to talk about the sports opportunities here?
Sure. We do offer a variety of sports. In the fall we have cross country. We have soccer. Cross country starts in 4th grade, and soccer goes down into the younger grades as well. I think we started in K-5 last year for soccer, all the way up. In the winter we've got basketball, and in the spring we have archery, which was new to me. I mean, it's a kind of a big sport here, apparently in South Carolina, but we have archery as well.
And I would like to say, if you would like to enter our giveaway for a gift certificate for the spa, tell us what sports your children play.
Great. And what's that big building behind you, Steve?
Well, right behind us here is the church.
And the kids go to Mass every Wednesday.
This is a beautiful campus.
It is. It's very, very quaint, and it's nice to have kind of the different buildings spread out a little bit. We've got our elementary building here, middle school. We'll go in a minute, and this beautiful, beautiful church that we have Mass in, once a week, just a very, very touching place to be. We also have an adoration chapel off to the side here that you can't see, where people can come and pray as well.
Well, Tiffany Craig just jumped on and she said her kids enjoy playing soccer. And Dr. Cox came on and said that soccer is her favorite too, and that they love Prince of Peace.
Wonderful,
oh,
wonderful,
that's
wonderful.
great. That's great to hear.
Indeed.
Oh, favorite book is Harry Potter. Oh, you're getting some answers.
Yes, that's one of my kids' favorite books too.
Yeah.
I love that you encourage reading here.
Yeah, and it's, the kids here, love to read. They love math. They love to study. They love to work with their teachers. And so when parents would come and they'd say, if your kids like those things, and you value those things as a parent, you're gonna have great success here, and your kids are gonna have a great time, and they'll get to do other things as well, As far as the sports we talked about, we have a choir, we have an orchestra, we have a library program, we have a technology class that they take, we have a wide variety of different related arts experiences too.
While we're on the topic of academics, can you talk about our MAP test score?
Sure.
Results?
One of the standardized tests that we use at our school is called MAP, and it's a measure of academic progress test. It's a pretty common test. It's taken in public and private schools. Our students do very, very well on MAP test scores. We typically score significantly above the national norm, and we're well above the diocesan norm for the Diocese of Charleston. And our Catholic schools are very strong. And a year and a half ago, when I was looking, for a school, and I was kind of doing my research, as all parents should do, I found the test scores for Prince of Peace, and I thought, wow, there must be something special going on there, because to have such consistently high scores, it means you have a strong curriculum, you have strong teaching, and you have families that are committed to providing a good education for their children. So. And that trend continued this fall, so we got really, really good MAP scores coming back again, and our teachers use them as well to create individual growth goals academically for our students, and we chart those throughout the school year.
And when you say Diocese of Charleston, how big is that?
Well, that's the entire state of South Carolina, so every Catholic school in South Carolina. It's about 40 different Catholic schools that are a part of it.
Tiffany Craig said that they are really looking forward to the Saint Parade.
Yes, indeed.
On All Saints Day, and the kids are excited about learning a new saint.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Thanks for commenting, Tiffany. Let's go into the middle school.
All right.
Okay, show it to us.
So this is Guadalupe Hall. It's our middle school building.
Well, that's perfect. I have a middle schooler too.
Wonderful.
And can you speak a little bit? I see you using key cards everywhere. What are some of the safety protocols around campus?
Well, that's one. I mean, all of our doors, exterior doors, are locked, and authorized personnel have key fobs that they can get in and out of doors with. So students aren't, allowed to go, in and out on their own. When you walked in as well, in the front desk, we have a new program called Raptor. And Raptor is probably the best security screening system for schools. It's pretty common now. And every visitor who comes in, their ID is screened, and it's checked in a database to check for if they have any sort of problems being around children. And if they are, we have a protocol in place to alert the police and so forth. So every visitor here is screened when they come in that capacity.
And you can see I was screened. I have my sticker. Mm-hmm. So they even screened me.
Right. It's very helpful for us because then all of our staff know that if someone's here walking around campus, they need to have that. They need to have that badge on them. It's Mr. Parentini, one of our middle school teachers.
How are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
Very good.
We're live on Kidding Around Greenville.
Oh, hello. I wouldn't have worn, the hoodie, but okay. So so you enjoying the school tour or whatever?
We are. We're going through and seeing Prince of Peace Catholic School and learning about your open house you have coming up.
Oh, very cool, right. So. Okay.
Well, Mr. Barantini, you were a parent here as well. You have kids in the school.
That's correct.
You teach religion and history. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what drew you to the school here?
Okay, well, two of the things we really like about the school is that it's very academically rigorous. And I can attest to that as a parent and as a teacher, right? So we try to teach at a very high level. And I know my kids, when we came here, they definitely had a little learning curve to get the used to the little bit more rigorous expectations. And of course, it's a great Catholic environment. So we love having them at Mass, and we love, just how we're surrounded by Catholicism always. And our religious program here, I think, is pretty rigorous too. And I hope you can hear me through this mask. But
that's why I'm keeping it real close to you.
Yeah, and we love the 5 days a week. We're back, and we have a lot of great safety protocols and stuff that we can come back without worrying about anything. So we're very happy here. And I love teaching here too. So,
thank you, Mr. Barantini.
You're welcome.
Didn't mean to spring on you. This is our middle school hallway.
And tell us, while we're in the hallway, we start seeing lockers around.
Yes. Well, we have lockers in place here, but one of the safety protocols that we had developed in the summer, and this came from the advisement of the safety committee that was put together by the diocese, is do we have the students move around, like transfer classes? So right now it's kind of modified. They don't do a whole lot of that, and they spend a lot of their time in their homeroom, and then they'll move for some related arts classes. So we have 3 different groups. So if we have to use lockers, they come out in smaller groups to be able to use their lockers and go back in.
And in a normal year, you're building them up for the transition in high school, where they're going to have to go from classroom to classroom, so that it's not so scary when they get into high school.
So, and when that happens, and it will, at some point this year, we'll be back, and they'll be transferring from class to class and managing their lockers, and the bell rings, and knowing they've got a certain amount of time to get from point A to point B in a responsible way. Will be there as well, but the safety protocols we have are working pretty well for us at this point. Okay. Good morning. Did you guys Good morning, 6th grade. Have a seat. What are you guys working on? You're working on Spanish. Mrs. Simon is our Spanish teacher. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're working on here today?
Oh, what we're working it is working on a report, on a country report of Hispanic countries. Since today is the last date of the Hispanic Heritage Month, so that's what they're doing. Each of the students, they have a country that they're going to present a report on. And that's what we're doing.
Wonderful.
And tell us a little bit about the placement in the national Spanish exam.
Oh,
because that was really exciting.
Yes, what you would like to know.
Just how many children placed nationally?
Okay, there were 7. 7 that right now are in 8th grade and 4 in that right now they're in 9th grade. They graduated from here. So they got an award in the National Spanish Examination, and we're very proud of them. So they were competing with, I don't know, 1,000 of kids, students nationally.
Cool.
Yes.
Well, have a great day, 6th grade. See you later.
Bye, 6th grade. Enjoy your countries.
Oh, we have a student back there. That just happens to be our art teacher. This is your
Hola.
your 15 minutes of fame right now.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Thank you.
So what grade do the students start Spanish?
They start in 6th grade.
Okay.
So 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and prepare them for high school Spanish as well. We start a Latin roots program in 4th and 5th, and then they take Spanish coming in. And the Latin roots is very, very helpful because, you know, the Latin language, not only is it the language of the church, but it's a very academic language.
Okay.
So it's very, very helpful in studies as well. And believe it or not, science and Latin language go kind of hand in hand in a lot of ways.
One of our parents just chimed in and said that Prince of Peace is a great school, and their 2 oldest are graduates, and their youngest is in the 7th grade.
Oh, wonderful.
Somewhere nearby.
Thank you for joining us.
Well, why don't we go out and we'll kind of take a look at the back of the campus here.
Okay. Oh, you have tons of space out here too.
Right, it's a little deceptive because you walk on campus and you think it's, you know, kind of concise and scrunched together. But we've got a wonderful space for students to be able to play. We added another set of soccer goals, so we've got more space out here for students when they're outside. They love to play soccer. We have a playground for K5 through 5th grade, and we have a K4 playground as well. As well as, you know, different adornments. You can't see it from here, but there's a new Marian statue that we added to the playground. So we're always looking for ways to enhance our campus. And our kids will come out here, middle school kids, and eat lunch. They'll, you know, relax, recreate. They'll play chess. We got a new chess table that was built by a Boy Scout as his Eagle Scout project, and then donated it to the school. And so we have a chess club as well that meets, they'll be starting, I want to say in December.
Do you play chess, Bethany?
I used to. Like, back when I was a kid, I'd check out all the chess books, but now I would probably not even remember how the pieces move.
Okay.
So just sharpen up my skills.
Well, you can come play with middle schoolers.
I know, they probably beat me.
Well, we'll go back through the middle school.
Okay.
And then I think we can go into Walsingham Hall and see some of the other related art spaces that we have.
Do any of our viewers play chess? You'll have to let us know. I bet you're better than me. So you said you have a chess club. Do you have other clubs as well?
Yes, we do. Well, we had mentioned, Marler mentioned the Battle of the Books teams. We also have a quiz bowl team for Beta Club. And that was the quiz bowl team that we had in the middle school. That was another thing that drew my attention because when I was looking into Prince of Peace, they had been recognized as the state champions for Beta for middle school quiz bowl teams. I thought, wow. And then I discovered they had won it numerous times, which was impressive. And then we won it last year, which is very, very impressive as well.
Now, you've been known to be out playing football with the kids and doing all sorts of really good interaction. Is chess one of the things that you play?
You know, I didn't play a lot of chess growing up. I played something similar. I played Stratego. I don't know if the viewers know what Stratego is.
Does anyone know what Stratego is?
I do. That's a good one. Back when I was a kid, we used to play a human version of it.
Oh, really?
At the camp I go to.
Okay. But, yeah, my brother and I got in many Stratego matches. But, yeah, I enjoy being with the kids as well. And opportunities to get into the classroom, I enjoy. And being around our teachers and being a witness to, you know, their fine work and then engaging with the kids. So the Virtues in Practice program, for example, I'm taking on being able to go into the classroom and talk about saints. So every month I go into every classroom and am, able to do a presentation on the saint for the month for that virtue, which is a great blessing to me, and I enjoyed it so much.
How long have you been a principal, Steve?
This is year 20 for me.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, thank you. So I've been teacher first in Catholic education, then I worked at 2 private Catholic independent schools, and then I came here. But it's been 20 years.
Well, the Craigs say that they know how to play strategic.
Okay.
So they learned at the Y.
Oh, they did?
Oh, really? Yeah,
Cool.
so maybe you do have some friendly
All right.
competition in the area.
I'm ready to get started again.
Let's go.
All right.
And then we have all these accolades on the wall from things that we've won.
That's pretty amazing.
Quiz Bowl, all the things that we've been talking about.
Indeed. A couple years ago, we started a math counts team in 2019. But we try and provide opportunities based on interest. So if a teacher has an interest in doing something, or students have an interest in putting a club together, an experience together, I like to honor that, and be able to channel those interests into a constructive kind of program. Well, let's head over to Walsingham Hall.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So what's Walls? I'm not gonna be able to say it right. Walsingham Hall.
Yes, indeed.
What is it?
Well, Walsingham Hall, this is essentially our related arts building.
Okay.
And we're having a Scholastic Book Fair here next week, and they're unloading now. So there'll be people hard at work getting our library set up. This is our library. Students have library once a week, and teachers can also come in here as well to check out books and have students do research and things. We're going to be hosting our book fair in here next week, so we're starting to unload for that.
And we should probably remind everybody, because I know we probably have new people on, about your open house coming
Yes, indeed. Yeah, on Monday, October 19th, that's our open house, and it starts at 9 o'clock, and there will be a link to RSVP for that. You'd meet some of the people that you've met today, and then you'd have the opportunity to tour the campus here. This is our computer lab.
So what grades come to computer lab?
K-5 through 8th grade
Okay.
come to computer lab once a week. And they learn the basics of operating a CPU. They learn how to do presentations. They do research in here. They work on a program called iExcel, which is an academic support program in language arts and in math. Teachers will sometimes reserve the computer lab to come in and do research or take kids through web quests and things. We also do our map testing in here, so students are scheduled in to take their tests here online in our computer lab. And this is our art room.
Oh, beautiful. I love how bright and open it is.
Yes, indeed, indeed. And this is where actually our tour on our open house will begin next Monday. We have a great art program. They have art once a week, and then annually we've had an art show where the work of students is showcased throughout the campus. We didn't get to do that in the spring due to things being shut down due to COVID, but we'll have it back here this coming spring, and we're looking forward to doing that again.
I love that, because I know the arts are so important to
Absolutely.
our kids, and that's one thing a lot of parents have been worried that
Mhm.
their kids are not getting enough of this year.
Sure.
That's great.
Yep, indeed.
Well, this seems like a great place to wrap up.
I think so.
So before we end, can you just remind everyone about Prince of Peace and what you offer here, and then also about your open house?
Okay. Well, in Prince of Peace, it's a wonderful school. Strong academics. We have one class of each grade, K4 through 8. I think it's a very intimate and family-oriented place to be. Our parents get to know the teachers real well and other parents real well. So it's really kind of a family atmosphere. And when you have a bunch of people together who all believe in the same set of values, wonderful things can happen. And that's what we have here. Strong academics, strong faith life, and a great sense of community. So if you value those things, I think you'd love it here. We'd love to see you on campus for a tour and talk to you. And that's our open house Monday, 9 o'clock. So look for the link, and we hope to see you.
And if anyone thinks that a private education is out of reach, how do we stack up in terms of Prince of Peace compared to other private schools in the area?
We're very affordable. I mean, we're when you look at all the area private schools, we're well in the bottom probably quarter as far as tuition costs go. We also have financial aid available at the school, and I'm working with my advisory council to make sure that our financial aid fund is healthy and we can provide as many opportunities for families as we can.
Great. Well, Jenny Edwards says that this was lots of great info.
Good.
And we'll close out. Thank you so much for coming, Bethany.
Yes, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
And thank you for the tour.
You bet. Thank you.